Hi, this is Jody Wariski. I am going to do a mock booking today. I'm going to be using Vax and I'm going to do a family vacation. So let's start with that. So I almost always use Vax. The reason being you can end up saving the itinerary as a mock booking, and then you can pull it up every time you're going to share it into groups. Okay, so that's why I do that. And I'll explain more of that later. So the first thing I'm going to do is I go under the vacation package search. You can look at offers and incentives to find things there, but I pretty much go under just right here. I use a few things when I am doing a mock booking. I will use Vax. I will use TripAdvisor. I will use, because I want to make sure that the reviews are good. I also want to make sure that I can also get photos from there. I will look at Expedia.com because if I'm going to price something, I want to make sure that if somebody goes on Expedia, they're not going to get it much cheaper than what I'm going to get it for. And I look at the hotel website for photos as well. So I do go back and forth a little bit. I do sometimes go a little fast, so just sort of bear with me. I always search under FunJet. Apple and FunJet are very much the same. I prefer FunJet just because less people have heard about it, less clients. So I feel that if I'm booking with FunJet about it, where Apple Vacations, they could say, oh, I can go on Apple, I can look at it myself, I can contact whoever. So that is just my reasoning. When I go to book, I will always check travel impressions because travel impressions gives commissions up to 16%, where FunJet gives up to 15%. Sometimes travel impressions is more money. So what I always do is I quote with FunJet, but then when I'm going to book, I check if travel impressions is the same amount. And if it is the same amount as FunJet, their commissions are better. So I will book with travel impressions. Okay, so I'm going to do Philadelphia today. I'm going to do a family trip. So I'm going to go to Punta Cana. For families, when you do all-inclusives, if the child is 13 or over, they are considered an adult at an all-inclusive. So I always do 2 children, 12 and under. This is how I always price mine. So I'm going to do a 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, just pick 2 ages. The dates I want to go away. So I'm going to do over Labor Day weekend. So I'm going to do the 1st for 5 nights because maybe they won't start school till after Labor Day, or maybe they have younger kids, so it doesn't matter when they go. I'm going to add travel protection, which I always do, and I'm going to search. While I'm doing this, I will just pull up Expedia.com, not tap regular Expedia, because you want to go where your clients would be looking at. Okay, so here I go to packages. I'm going to be leaving from Philadelphia. And I'm going to hold off because I'm going to actually put in the hotel that I'm going to go have them go to. So right here it comes up with a one-stop. I'm going to hit outbound flights. I'm always going to choose nonstop if I can. Okay, so I'm going to go select this one. I never select basic economy. Basic economy, they board last. You have to pay for your seats if you want to have, assigned seats. And they always, if they're overbooked, they will kick them off first. So I never do basic economy. Also, I don't believe travel insurance will work with basic economy. So we have American Airlines. I know what hotel I want. I want to look at Dreams Macau. I have clients actually there right now or flying there right now. Interesting, they offer a king for when they're kids, but I guess because they have a sofa bed. So I hit the plus sign right here and I'm going to see what else is available. So with AM Resorts, which Dreams is part of, they have preferred club rooms. I'm not going to choose a preferred club. I can always offer that to my client, but I'm going to look at, I don't want tropical view. They have a pool view double, or they have a partial ocean view. Not much difference in price. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to go in and put Dreams Macau. I chose the 1st through the 6th. And I just choose, I mean, I could have chosen a different date. The one thing, if I choose this, I don't know if they can, well, I'll go over that in a second, actually. I'm going to change the number of travelers to 2 children. And I'm going to do 11 and 9. And done. And I'm going to search. So that is for all inclusive. So any all inclusives, 13 plus is considered an adult. Okay, now when you're comparing Expedia to Vax, they do not have travel insurance, so you have to know that. So I'm going to click this. People sometimes look at this and see that that's what it includes. Oh, it's only $9.45 per traveler, but you have it as $12.58. So let's click through and see all the details. I've had clients say, I find it much cheaper on booking.com. They didn't click through. They didn't choose the same flights, all of that. So you want to check into that. So I'm going to look at partial ocean view double. So I'm going to reserve this one. And then I'm also going to have to look at the flights. So nonstop. And here it goes up $82 for basic economy, but I don't want that. I want main cabin. So $183 per person. Okay, and then I want, now look here, they don't even offer nonstop on the way back. So they must be sold out. So that's perfect. So if I have a client going on Expedia to look for this, they're not going to find what I have because there is no nonstop coming back. So we're good there. Okay. All right. So, oops, let me go to Vax. Okay. So the next thing I actually do, well, this is transportation to and from with complimentary upgrade. So this would be a shared, but right to their hotel. But what I like to do is I like to check the features because sometimes you can get private cheaper. And I go to view all features. So right now I'm spending $192 for their, oops, I want to go to ground transportation. Actually, airport transportation. Okay, so it is $192 for shared nonstop service, or it's $207 for private transportation. I don't think it matters that much. I'll keep it at this, and then if I'm going to book it for a client, I'll say for, you know, so much more money, $15 more, you could get private transfers. Okay, so this is what it's going to come out to, $5,032.85. The price per person is $1258.21. That's the average. I'm going to go and now save this. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to save the itinerary. So I can pull it up, because every time I'm going to post this morning, noon, and night, I'm going to pull it up to make sure that it hasn't changed in price. The next thing I do is I'm going to, even though it's $5,032, I'm going to say $5,050. That way it gives a little leeway if it goes up in price. If a client does contact me and they want that exact trip and I tell them it's actually $5,032, or I can just add a little bit of commissions on for myself. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do, move these things out of the way, is I am going to find photos. So you can find photos a couple ways. And first of all, I did say I look at TripAdvisor. I toured this resort. It's 2 years old. It's absolutely beautiful. The thing I look at TripAdvisor is what the review is. So this is a 4.5. I usually go with 4.5 or 5s. 4.0, possibly never less than 4.0. And then I look at the most recent, you know what, I'm having a lot of trouble with TripAdvisor lately, so I cannot scroll down. So I cannot scroll down. Let's see if they'll let me do, and they're not letting me do the photos there either. So I don't know what's going on with TripAdvisor, but I've had issues lately. But we did see it's a 4.5. The next thing I do is I go onto the hotel website and I see if I can take the photos right from there. If not, you can always take from Vax. So you go to their website and you go to gallery. Sometimes it's right here. Sometimes there's 3 lines. So you can find them there. So you look for where their gallery is. And sometimes you can download them. Other times you cannot. So I'm going to go and just want to see if I can find one that really stands out to me real quick. I mean, you could do this, but that's little kids. So I don't want to just do the little kids, sort of like that. So if you go to save image as, this comes up a web file. So I'm not going to use this one. So I'm going to go back into Vax. I'm going to click on Dreams Macau. And their photos will be there that you can use. So I'm picky. I like to do about, I really like this. And I think I just already did this a few months ago, but I'm going to do it again. This is one I like. I like to do 4 to 5 photos. And the one thing I want to say is you always need to do exactly what type of room it is. So this is a tropical view room, but it's not showing the view, but the actual bedding will be the same. So I'm going to save this. I like to do 1 bed. I like to do outside. I like to do a restaurant. Might do that one. I'm not loving these photos. It's actually much prettier in person. Oh, that I sort of like that because it's got the slides. The thing with these slides is you have, in a lazy river, you have to be 9 or over to be able to use the slides. Just want to look at all the pictures. Yeah, I'm going to use that one, I think. Even though I don't normally use people in the photo, but I sort of like that one. Okay, so now let me just go back and do a restaurant. So I'm doing it for kids. I'll just do that restaurant. Okay. I see there are a bunch of questions, so let me just see if there's anything. So I know I don't know that I can change the web, but what you can do is you can do a Google image search. So I've done that before, but if I can use Vax, I'll just use Vax. So the next thing I want to do is I want to see what's included. And I'm going to say that I actually will copy and paste something I've done before. So the first thing I'm going to look at is when the deposit is due. So the deposit is due in 3 days. So $1,274.96. 1274.96 divided by 4. So that comes to about $320 per person for deposit. Okay, and then the remaining balance isn't due until July 18th. When I am telling my clients that a balance is due, I always tell them a week before it's actually due in case there are any issues with credit cards or anything like that. But I don't need to put that on this. The next thing I'm going to look at is what's included. I'm not going to say kids free. I'm not going to do that. I do the free perks. I will do, instead of in-room champagne breakfast, I'm going to do 1 in-room family breakfast. If you are going to say champagne on Facebook, you can't say the word champagne. I use the emoji for it. Okay. I'm going to not say this. I'm going to say receive 200 in resort coupons. Okay. And that's what I'm going to say. All right. So deposit price usually does not change. The deposit usually is based on the airline and everything. Where's the fine print? I will show you. So it's when you email print itinerary, it would show down here any hotel advisories, if there's any fees or anything like that. Okay. Okay. Darby, I'll show you what I end up doing. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my JZW travel page. So for my JZW travel page, I have my Instagram attached to my Facebook page. I don't remember how I did it, but it's attached. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do switch now. So I do it in as my page. And then I'm going to go here to photo video. And I'm going to actually go down to Meta Business Suite because I do have them connected. But before I do that, I'm actually going to copy paste. I will show you one that I just did. Guys, if you book a trip, thank the person on here or use it as a mock booking. The only reason I did not use this as a mock booking, it is Cabo, and not as many people fly from Philly to Cabo, and I just did a Cabo one right here. So this is one that I did before. This I do about 5 pictures, and this is what I do. So I'm actually going to just copy this for myself. I ask you, I've had agents who have shared my actual post. Don't do that. It's going to help me, not you. People are going to come to my page. Secondly, don't post yours exactly as mine. Please make it your own wording, your own emojis, whatever. Don't make us all look like we have the exact same. Yes, the price is locked after they pay their deposit. Okay, so I'm going to go to create right here. And I'm going to click for both, for Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to paste this one. Okay, and then I'm going to go and change it. Spend. Okay, spend labor. And it was 50-50. So I'm going to do 5,050 for 2 adults, children, 12 and younger. I'm having issues typing today. Okay, I'm going to put the dates. I did 9/1 to 9/6. My goodness gracious, you guys can see how I always go to the wrong tab. Okay, includes a junior suite partial ocean view. Junior suite partial ocean view double room. Okay, and when you look for this says it's a 4-star hotel. I think it's 5-star. I thought it was beautiful. So I just go sort of by that. So I'm going to put at an all-inclusive family resort. Okay, and then you go, this is where you go to this. So you go to the perks here. Now you can put as much or as little as you want. I'm very wordy for my mock bookings, but I wouldn't say to get more wordy than me. So the perks are 25% discount on spa services. And I'm not going to say 1 per person per stay. I think I'll do that if they want the actual quote. Oh, they also have 1 bottle. Maybe I will. 1 barrel of wine. Wine. I'm gonna say in room because they have a 25, one per person per stay. I'm going to do in-room family breakfast. $200 in resort coupons, non-stop flights from Philadelphia, and hotel transfers, and cancel for any reason. Travel insurance can hold the booking for 3 days at no charge, and then $320 per person. So you always have to look where I showed you before to see if you can hold it. So you would look at when the deposit is due. I know JetBlue, I believe, is 1 day. Some airlines are 3. I think Southwest might be 1 day, but sometimes you don't have, you can't hold it at all. If it's within the next 45 days that they're traveling, you're not going to be able to hold it a lot of times. So you always want to look at this. You also want to look at what the price is per person. If it's more than $400 per person deposit, I don't put any of that information on. I only put it on if it's a low per person. 320 deposit per person due at booking. Call or text call or text Labor Day. Okay. Prices are increasing daily. Lock in your vacation rate today. Vacation rate today. Can price different departure airports, number of travelers, hotel rooms, and dates. This is important. Price subject to change in availability and ages. Price subject to change and availability. Price subject to change and availability. Can price different and price subject to. I'm sorry. I'm just price subject to change. And based on ages of children. Ages of children. Okay. Vacation, travel, Punta Cana. Summer vacation. All right. Okay, then I'm going to add my photos. I have a bunch of photos. I'm probably going to get rid of one. So let's see which one I get rid of. So right here it says wrong aspect ratio, and that is because when it is on Instagram, you have to change it. So you hit the pencil. They recommend square. I like that one. I like the horizontal. Okay, so it changes all of them to that. And then I want to go and find the one I want them, the one that sticks out the most. Sort of like that. I always like pools. Okay, so I'm going to put the pool one first. I'm going to put the restaurant one down here. Put that one up there. And then you can see the preview of what it will look like. I think I have one too many. Actually, I think I'm going to move this one down here. This one down there. I don't normally do 6, but I'm going to do, let's see, because then it goes +1. So let's get +2, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to get rid of something. I got to figure out what I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to get rid of this. And 1, 2. Okay, so I like having just the 5. So those are the 5 that I'm going to have. Okay. And then if you want to see what it'll look like on Instagram, that's your first one on Instagram. And it just shows you what that's going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Before I do, let me check if there are any questions. Okay, Ola, this is, you can jump on a Q&A and ask those questions. I'm just doing mock booking today. Yeah, no alcohol. That's why I said only use emojis. I'll go back to that question later, Jessica. Yes, I have round trip nonstop air from Philadelphia, and they know that it's going to Punta Cana. Yeah, no, I know I can arrange the pictures. That's what I did move them around some. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and publish this. And then I have a groups, like I have a spreadsheet that has all my groups, the names, when they posted last, what was posted, how many followers, all of that. So I'm going to go and look on here for some groups. Now, normally I like to do a mom's group for this, but I think a lot of my mom's groups, you can only post on certain days for like Kennett Square Moms, only first and third Friday, like you can only do certain days. Let's see, let me do
Jody, where did you click to find that find in place?
edit and find and replace.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so my mom's groups I can't do today, so which is fine. So I'm going to do some other groups. So okay, so Fairless Hill County. Oops, go back to here. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to see what it looks like. Okay. I always reread it. See right here, I say nonstop flights from Philadelphia. So I'm going to do something before I do that. I share it into groups. I'm going to go and copy this, and I'm going to show you how I do it on LinkedIn. So I have on LinkedIn, I have my company I set up. I put all of my mock bookings on here. Okay, so anytime I do a mock booking, it is going to be on here. I personally do not share my mock bookings onto my personal page on LinkedIn. Everybody's different. The reason I don't is LinkedIn is technically for networking, not for sales. So what I do is I will put any information. So like that, I put on my personal page. I would put like a thank you to a client, but I don't put my mocks. That's just me personally. Everybody can do it how they want. So I'm going to pick my photos. I don't remember now which photos I did use and I didn't. So. Okay. I haven't figured out how to change it on LinkedIn. To change which one goes first, but it comes in like that. So I'm fine with that. I'm going to paste this plain text and I just fix my paragraphs. I have over 3,000 followers on LinkedIn, so 3,500 followers here. So if you have your LinkedIn page, you can go to invite connections. They allow you to do usually 100 a month, but this time they've let me do 250 this month. So then I'm going to, and I'll come back to questions in a second. And I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go in as myself. So I'm changing to myself right now, but I'm going to look at my JZW travel page. All right, so I already have that copied. I'm going to go share. So you have to make sure you share as yourself. Unless you join groups as your business, that is up to you. I personally don't like to join as my business. For groups, I like to join as myself. So I'm going to share to a group. It used to be that you could do it all at once, like pick 5 groups, but that changed. So I'm going to paste this plain text. And post. Now I have a lot of people who say that they get kicked out of groups. Keep joining. I'm in 170 some groups. So I know that I can post in it, and I'll show you how I look after the fact. So I just did the one. I'm going to put in that I did it. So today's the 22nd, I think. What I posted. So I'm going to say Labor Day, and I'm going to put drinks to count. So I know what I just posted. So I'll show you another one, Facebook yard sale. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me a second. Now I'll do share. You should be joining groups every single day. You should be sharing into groups, 5 groups in the morning, 5 at night, 5 in the afternoon, and you should be doing 2 to 3 mock bookings a week. So when I go and I switch a mock booking, it's because I've looked at the insights, which I'll show you in a second, and I see that it's not doing well. If the price has increased, because I'm always going to check that price before I actually go and share it into groups. So those are the 2 things. I can't see my insights on my computer, and I don't know why. So I will show you where you find it, but I can see it on my, so right here, it should say insights. So if I'm on my Facebook, thank you, JZW Travel. So you have to go and look as yourself. Or I'm sorry, as your business. Okay, so let me find my camera. So right here, it says insights right under the photo. So I can click on it and I can see how the post is doing. Now this one obviously is not going to have, it's had 3 engagements, but let me show you one from that I did before. My Cabo one was 5,000, if you can see that, 5,339 impressions. Okay, reached 5,305 and engagement of 191. I shared that 20 times. Somebody shared it 1 time. The other thing that you can do is you can go in and click. So like right here, you can click on the number and you can invite if the person's not invited. And you can do that as well to your post. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go back in as myself. And you can actually see if it was posted. So I'm going to do 5 times. I only showed you 2 just for time. So right here, I'm going to open that. And I'm going to open this. Okay, so this was 2,100 people. And where it would be is under discussion. And there it is. Okay, so I know that one was shared to 2,100 people. Okay, so let's see how much Fairless Hills. Go to discussion, 10,200 people, and it was shared. So when you guys are saying that you cannot get into groups, keep looking. If there are rules, find out what the rules are. If it tells you only share, you know, once a week, businesses can do that. Just keep up with that and read the rules and put that down. So, all right, let me go through some questions. Oh gosh, a lot of questions. Okay. So Jessica, when I first started, I played with VAX a lot, and I would see from my airport where it went to nonstop. I picked islands, so play around with VAX a lot and see what works for you and where you're coming from. I started the mock booking directly in Facebook. This will be recorded, so anything you missed, you can watch back. I have in my post, I don't think I have alcohol. In my post, I have an emoji, I thought, for my last one. No, I never put the hotel name. I want them to contact me and ask. If they ask me in the, like, if they put a comment and ask me, of course, I'm going to tell them. Thank you, Winner. No, can't say any alcohol. Do an emoji. Yes. So Casey, what I said earlier is I take one mock booking and I keep posting it for at least 2 to 3 days unless the price has gone up or I see that it's not being shared enough. The insights are really low. It will be in the chat, this recording. No, all travel insurance in VAX, it is canceled for any reason. It depends what you are doing. If you are doing a mock booking, just say Expedia Tap, there's no trip insurance, but it will say cancel for any reason. So that was answered before. I do 2 to 3 mock bookings a week. Actually, I don't do them that much right now because I do have a lot of clients. But when I was doing it to build and maintain my business, I would do 2 to 3 mock bookings a week. I'd share them into groups every single day, 5 groups in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, 5 at night. Every single day, I join 5 new groups.
Jody, so we're not doing a different one like that with all inclusive, where you're not doing just, you know, activities or just doing that one same one and that's it for the whole week?
For the next 2 to 3 days, yes.
Okay.
Yep. I join groups from my personal page. No, I personally do not like Profit Agility. Under my personal, so basically I'm sharing it as myself. They can then look at my Facebook page, see I'm a real person, see that there's a picture of my kids, but I'm sharing my business. So it's going to be from me, but it's going to have my business information there. The other thing I want to show you real quick is why I copy and paste. So I copy and paste because if I did not copy and put this up here, and you don't have to put everything up here, but at least put something up here, all that will show up would be photos and this at the bottom, and people aren't going to read that. So I want them to read up here. So that's why I do that. Do I have 3 to 4 points that I always post onto my mocks? I basically post exactly what I just showed you. So I will always show if it's a low deposit, I will show how long I can hold the booking, the dates, where it's to, the type of room, if it's a 5-star hotel, things like that. Yes, I will show you how you can invite somebody. So when you are looking at your business page as your business, I believe. So you have to be as your business. You pull up the number right here. Click on the number and you can see if you invited. So every single time somebody likes something, right there, invite. Okay, and that's how I do it. Yes, I live outside of Philly. I do. I had wine in the one I just did. Oh, you're right. I did. You're right. I did. You are right. You are right. Thank you. I'm actually going to. I didn't even think of that because I don't normally put that in there. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go and edit this. I'm actually going to take that whole thing out. Thank you. I forgot about that. And then I'm going to go and, you know what? Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you. That is not always offered, so it didn't even click when I did that. So I appreciate that. So now I'm going to go into my shares. Thank gosh, I only shared it twice. And I'm going to go to discussion. I'm going. So the reason I cannot boost a post is because they caught me putting champagne and they took that away from me. I'm just going to mute everybody, guys. And then I'm going to go into my last one. Thank you for finding that. So what's interesting, I don't know if you guys see, but there have been 3 shares on this, and I only shared it once. I mean, twice. So somebody shared it once. I don't know who did. And I don't care about Instagram. I don't think it'll matter. Okay, so it's already been changed there. Thank you for that. All right. So I will put it in the chats, the video. Aruba's always been pricey. Aruba, the flights are very expensive to go to Aruba, so it's always pricey. I don't always choose Aruba for mock bookings, but when I do, I will sometimes use the Riu Palace Antias, but no, it's very expensive. If pricing goes up, no, I do not delete the post because I do write price subject to change. I just don't share it anymore. So what I do, which I was saying as far as the retrieve saved itinerary is, all right, just say I posted 5 times in the morning. I'm going to go in for the afternoon. I'm going to go to retrieve saved itinerary right here on Vax, which I'm not sure it's letting me go. Go to retrieve saved itinerary. If it wants to work with me. It's thinking, okay, this one's working at least. And then right here, it's the Dreams mock booking. I'm going to hit go. Actually, I could have shown you the last one too. Facts take so long. It would say up here if there was something that the pricing was different. So I'm going to actually show you one. I'll pull up the Cabo one that I did. I think this is a 5-star, not a 4-star, but I could be wrong. All right, Cabo mock booking. Let's hit that one. And guys, I'm telling you, I've had many agents say I can't get clients. The clients find you. You don't find the clients, but you have to market yourself. And if you're going to do a mock booking and share it into 2 groups and then be done for a few days or a week, they're not going to find you. The purpose of the mock booking isn't necessarily to sell that vacation, but it's to get people interested in your business. So I've had many people contact me about mock bookings. Some will book that exact trip, but a lot of people don't book that exact trip. So, all right, so here it says the flights on your vacation package cannot be confirmed. So I would just change the flight and choose it again, and then you'd have to see what the pricing is. So that's why you always pull it up to see if it's the same price. Let me see where I left off. So Sylvia, it will be on the on this training, but basically it's you go to pull it up in VAX, and at the very bottom on your left, it says save itinerary. Oh, I won't do 3 stars. I will only do 4 and 5 stars. I never do 3 stars. I look for 4.5 on TripAdvisor, but in VAX, you can choose 3-star, 4-star, 5-star. I will only do 4 and 5. I can share. Yes, I actually do have a copy of my group. I did that because people have asked me for this. Okay, I just put that in the chat. Yeah, that's what I like to do, copy and paste it and share it into groups. Oh, my group spreadsheet definitely helps because I know how many groups I'm in. I'm able, as soon as I get into a group, I add it to the spreadsheet. I know the date that I posted in there. If there are rules that you can only do, you know, posts on Fridays, the rules are in there. Yeah, 100% it helps me. No, I do not do anything if the price is decreased. I will still post it. What I do sometimes is, as long as Expedia is not much cheaper, I would sometimes add commissions and go closer to that amount. Right, so that's what I just went over. So you have to pull up the flights again. Oh, okay. Oh, awesome, Treva. Where was I sharing it to my personal? So I go to my business page as myself. I don't go as my business. I look at my business page as myself and I share it into groups as myself. No, I'd add it through VAX on the booking administration. Oh no, new agents should do lower packages, but not too low. So here's the thing. You can save your clients some money by posting, you know, lower packages. But here's the thing. If the place that you're posting for isn't nice, okay, I'm going to put it this way. I will book Riu Palace resorts. Not by choice. It's not one that I really love. I will never book a Riu that is not a Palace. Palace is the top of the line. If somebody goes to a Riu to save money, but hates it, they're not going to remember that they saved money. They're going to remember that Jody Wariski booked it for them and told them about it, and they hated it. So it's not always best to do the cheapest, but it would be best to do not as high end, like, or not as expensive. So like I can post on my personal page some really luxury ones. I do have to say I'll post some that are luxury and super expensive on my business page, but I might not share into groups because the people who are in this Facebook group might not understand that. But the people who follow my page, I know what my clients like, if that makes any sense. Riu is a more of a budget resort, I would say, but the Riu Palaces are the best of.
Shelly, I wanted to ask you a question about that because
Yeah.
I've had experience with Riu because it's levels to it basically, and you know it's kind of like the Gap, Banana Republic, you know, that type of thing. So if in Mexico versus Dominican Republic, it's only going to be Riu Palace that you select. Like, so if I don't see Riu Palace, because my thing is I don't book Riu because of that, because I don't know which one is the top of the tier?
Riu Palace. So it's Riu Palace.
Okay.
So Palace means it's the top. I will not book any other Rius.
Got
And
it.
I really don't even love Rius to book at all. I do book Riu Palace Punta Cana. They have a great water park for kids. I will do that. I will do certain one. I did Riu Palace Las Americas because my client wanted it. But overall, I'm more AM resorts. That's what I like more to book. The dreams, the
Any Riu
secrets.
Palace, no, across the country, the world is Riu Palace.
Yes, so it's their tiers. So
Okay.
yes, so the Riu Palace is just their top tier of any of the Rius.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Treva. Would that be public view on the app? I'm not sure. Public view. So if you're sharing it into groups, it would be, it depends on the group if it's public or not. Okay.
Well, I was trying to, okay, so I'm sharing into groups, but at one point I wasn't copying and pasting the mock booking.
Mhm.
And then going into the group, I was just sharing, and then like going to the sharing groups, and then just sharing what I posted without copying and pasting anything.
Right, and the only reason I said is what I showed you is it only shows at the bottom when you share it.
Mhm.
So that's why I like to put something on top to catch their eye, not just the photos.
Got it.
Okay.
And so whenever you, I guess, copy and paste, so you're copying and pasting and then going to find the group and then posting that into that group, correct?
So I copy and paste the information. I then share it into the group. And as I'm sharing into the group, you can put words on top, and that's where I do that.
Okay.
Okay. Christina, this isn't a regular Q&A, so you're going to have to jump on a Q&A as far as that. I don't know about the word spirits. I don't know. So Cece, so there's difference. There's 4 to 5 stars for hotel quality, and then there's also TripAdvisor for 4 or 4.5 or 5 is what I like for reviews. So they're 2 different things. That is up to you as far as a 3-star hotel. I would definitely check reviews. That's completely up to you. Favorite brands for all inclusive are AM resorts. All right, guys. I think that is it. I hope this helps somebody. I will post it in the chats with the recording. But I'm going to stop for now. So thank you so much for joining me on my mock booking training.